What's up, everybody? So, I'm still on a quest to hit 6270 for the first time. Been playing only Tour 12 now for a little bit. I'm still learning some things, so you might see me play pretty well sometimes, and you might see some horrible mistakes, such as it goes in Tour 12. So, but I wanted to do a stream today, had some time to do some, and I was going to be playing anyway, so figured we'd do it. So let's go ahead and kick off. Bobby, hey, what's up? Thanks for the good luck, buddy. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Hopefully I can do some cool stuff. We will see. Starting off with a Drew Moore hole. Most shots here, I'm bouncing off the cliff. I found it to be with an APOC 5. I found it to be pretty difficult to get it to go far enough to go into the drink. So even full top spin with this kind of wind, I'm going to use a couple of right. My aim point is usually just right of this crack here. Just left of it rather. And then kind of adjusting left or right based on any kind of crosswind. So I'm going to go just left of the crack here. Full top, a couple of bars of right spin with this kind of wind. And we'll see where it goes. It's going way too far. That'll be my longest drive now. I wonder how far that went. Just as I say that's generally been a safe play for me, and then that happens. That's the first time I've ever gone out of bounds with that shot. So let's see how far that went. Oh, I don't know if it'll even register for a new long drive. Oh well, we'll give it another shot here. See what our opponent does. And just watch the replay. It's too funny. I've played that shot a lot here and never gone out of bounds, so that's pretty funny. Oh, he's going to catch the rough and be safe at least. Alright, so we're going to have to put one close and hope that he misses his shot and get the Alba for the Alba, and we'll have a chance to make a chip for an eagle. Same thing here with this one. I guess I'll just go with one to the left instead here. We're just going to go a touch further to the left. And same play. Not going to get nearly as much distance. We're just going to have to hope that we land in the fairway somewhere and have an opportunity to save the eagle. Yeah, we'll be in the rough. Not in a great spot, but somewhere where we'll at least have a shot at it. Love starting off a stream with something hilarious, I guess. Either something hilarious or something, a really nice shot. One or the other. Like to get things going strong. At least we can laugh about it. I warned you before it even started that you might see some really awful play. You might see some decent stuff. So starting off with something pretty awful. So let's see if our opponent can make this albatross. It didn't pop up with a yardage. Does anyone know the official rule on that? Whether you can, whether an out of bounds shot is qualifies for a longest drive? I wonder. Oh. Let's see what we got here. So we're gonna have to bounce it over. It's gonna be a big over. This is gonna be a tricky one. Might have to overpower it anyway. We're just gonna try and catch this little funnel here, offset it deep, and catch this funnel that comes back to the pin. I'm gonna have to just use some curl, I think. We're going to adjust 9 rings. There's 5, 9, just a touch of overpower, and a little bit of curl back to the left. see if we can catch this little funnel thing. Shoot us towards the pin. Nah. Good speed on it. Needed some more curl, and the great right didn't help, obviously, so we'll start off with an L. You know, sometimes those things are going to happen. No big deal. If you've caught my streams before, then you've heard me talk about streaks. If you've played this game long enough, you've inevitably encountered a streaky play, either a really nice long winning streak or what feels like you can't get out of a horrible rut, kind of a losing streak. And I've experienced both, and it seems to be especially in Tour 12. I'll have streaks that just go crazy in both directions. I've had a 16-game win streak in Tour 12 before. That's my longest win streak ever. And I've also lost a ton. So recently I had a match against an opponent. I was on a win streak, and so I was interested. And I matched up I was on an 8-game win streak, and I matched up with an opponent who was also on an 8-game win streak in Tour 12. He was at 62.70. He was maxed, and he destroyed me in a shootout. So we're gonna go 6.5 rings here. A little baby curl to the left. Let the wind push it and bounce off the rock and roll out into the fairway for a rough bump. Second effort. See if we can drain the rough bump here. Not going to catch the rocks. That's all right. It goes just as far. Bobby, just finished with my driving for the day. Oh, you're a truck driver. Awesome, Bobby. I was a truck driver in the Marines. I was a motor transportation operator. 35-31. So I know a little bit about driving truck. Nothing too big. We drove, our max capacity was 15 tons on the biggest truck that I drove. I hauled mainly ammunition and explosives. So that was my gig. Similar to now, I'm still coordinating transportation logistics, just in a different industry now. All right, we're gonna take 5% off for being uphill here, and play it in between a mid and a min. Generally about 2 to 3 bars of backspin here. I want it to go through the pin and offset it just a little bit back, but make sure that the ball guideline goes through the pin. So we're going to play it as a 7.5, 4, 3.5, 4. So we're going to play 3. We're going to play it 4 rings. Looks like it's going to hang out to the right. Yeah. Bit of an over adjustment, I suppose. Let's see. Let's look at our numbers here. So I was playing a 7.5, so it should have been a 3.9. Oh yeah, it was definitely an over adjustment. Bad math on my part. Sorry. Poor effort. Should have been probably a 3.5 ring. Bad math. You were corpsman in the Navy, Bobby. Cheers. Were you ever greenside corpsman? We love our docks. For those of you who don't know what that means, every Marine is a rifleman, and so there are no MOSs in the Marines that are non-combat. So that means that it's going in. That was a great save. I mean, it was a great shot. Oh, great ball out of the rough, and he found it. So when I say greenside corpsman, that is because we don't have our own doctors in the Marines. We get our doctors from the Navy. We don't have our own chaplains either, priests or chaplains' assistants. So because they are non-combat roles. So that's what I mean when I say greenside. Is that's what we call the doctors that came over or corpsmen. Not all corpsmen were full-fledged doctors. They would be like medics, basically. They're also. I mean, there were also officers who were full-fledged doctors. So, yeah, that's how it works in the Marines. Though we get our non-combat roles from Navy personnel. So, yeah, for those of you that are unaware, that's my my profile pic for my YouTube channel is me when I was in. That was when I was with a Marine Expeditionary Unit, and so we rode on Navy boats. We rode around on Navy boats to deploy all year long. We also get our major transportation from the Navy. Ship duty, Theodore Roosevelt. Oh, okay. Where was that out of? Like I was just saying, I was on the Meuse, so I was with the 31st Meuse. So we were under the 7th Fleet. I was in Okinawa, Japan. I'm not sure. I don't know a whole lot about the ships. So I think the Theodore Roosevelt is a big one though. Isn't that a carrier? I believe so. All right, 8.5. We're gonna play it just over a max. So like 6.5. Stretch back up to max. Looking to get as deep down this fairway as possible while obviously staying in the fairway. Need some luck with the second shot in terms of wind to be able to get there. I've only got a cat of 5, so yeah. Oh, he went in the rough, but we've got 12-mile-an-hour headwind, so I'm probably not going to be able to get there. But I should be able to leave myself a short iron. We can play some thorn porn. Oh, I think I've got the Hornet on actually. On this, I don't think I switched my bag back to my Hornet bag. I should have thought about that. Yeah. We had our port calls obviously with the Navy as well. So our port calls were Subic Bay in the Philippines. We had 1 in Hong Kong. We had 2 in Pattaya Beach in Thailand. Those were my 4 port calls while I was on ship. Pattaya Beach was insane. That was my most fun one, and I got to go there twice, so that was extra cool. Minus 5% uphill here for our second shot, and we're just gonna blast it as deep as we can, and try and leave ourselves either a min short iron or a wedge. So minus 5%, 11.2. We're gonna go with 6.5, 6.5, 6.6. We'll go with. I'll just go full overpower. Hope I avoid the rough here. Let's hope that the wind pushes it out far enough to the right. Yeah, it will. Okay, we're safe. The strong crosswind there saved me. Yeah, aircraft carrier. That's what I thought. Good. Yes, I need a sweep of the Cubs this weekend, Beto, to assure that my Cardinals win the division. They have a 1-game lead over Milwaukee as we go into our final 3 games. So essentially, if we win them all, then we can't be caught, obviously. If we win 2 and they win 3, then we will have a playoff for the division series before the wild card game, which is an insane scenario. And I think it happened sometime recent, or no, maybe it was close to happening. The Cubs did it, didn't they? Didn't the Cubs do that one year? I think they did for some reason. I can't recall exactly. Mediterranean deployment. Oh yeah. What was that like? My brother was in Israel and Spain at Rota Air Force Base for a little while. Mediterranean deployment sounds fun here. I'm going to land this short of the green and roll it up there. If we could find a consistent landing spot, that is. I'm going to offset it just outside right and then just play it dead at a mid. 10-4, 4.1. No, I'll have time to still release from the left like I prefer. And we'll go to a shootout at least. Edmund and Wayno, huh? Aaron, hey, how's it going? Appreciate you being here. Thanks. Wayno, yeah, Wayno's crafty. Wayno is crafty. There's something insane to think about for any of you baseball fans out there. Adam Wainwright was a rookie and the Cardinals closer for the 2006 World Series team. And he threw the final out, and the catcher that game was one Yadier Molina, who at that point in time was in his third year. He came up in 2004, and just the year before had officially replaced Mike Matheny full-time. So Adam Wainwright and Yadier Molina have been on the Cardinals like forever. It's been amazing. Alrighty. Just going to play with a little bit of backspin here. And I'm going to play it plus 20 at a mid adjustment. So we're going to offset it outside right and adjust from this side. Plus 2.6 is going to be 15.4 at a mid. It's going to be 8 and 2. A little bit more than that. Just a little bit of baby curl back. Great left. Hopefully that baby curl will negate that and we'll stay in a decent spot. Yeah, it's just a little deep. Just maybe another bar of backspin would have helped out there, obviously. So that, that's all right. Oh, he... all right, hold on, let me read Bobby's first. Corfu and Rhodes, Greece, yeah. Oh, wow. Israel, holy smokes, that sounds like an amazing float, buddy. Very nice. That's awesome. Yeah. I was a bit out of Japan, so we were all over there, basically. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Jeez. That must have taken forever though. That was one thing that I couldn't stand. We were on ship at one point for it was a couple months without getting off. We got the elusive beer day. There's a rule that if you're on ship for more than 45 days straight, you get a beer day. So we had a beer day. We were on ship for that damn long. And they give everybody 2 tickets, and you're allowed to drink 2 beers. So the guys that don't drink are able to sell them at very high prices. So our opponent here has fallen into a trap that is very easy to fall into. Surprised to see a player of his level land that far away. Yeah, landing short and left there is the danger zone where you're going to roll off. You probably knew that from the tournament, but it's a little bit more drastic with that high level of crosswind in Tour 12. So, yeah. All right, Beto, Yachty could not hit anything back then. No, he was an awful hitter when he first came up. 2004, he was a terrible hitter, and he worked with Albert so hard to become this amazing hitter. And I believe he just passed the great Ted Simmons for, I'm trying to think. I think he's now 11th place all-time on the Cardinals' all-time leading hitters list. Unbelievable. From a guy who couldn't hit a lick to start off with. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. We're going to go with a 10-ring adjustment here. Full overpower. I'm going to play on the left for a Hornet second shot with this wind here. Dislike opponents who like to spam. Yes, I agree. Yeah. Oh, I was reading the chat and I didn't even look at what happened. I must have played that drive horribly. Yeah. I agree, Aaron. Emoji spammers are no fun. Yeah, our opponent's playing this probably the safer way to do it. I was hoping to set myself up for a short iron. He's probably going to be laying up here for a min long iron if I had to take a guess. Is this what clan is this? They renamed themselves. Is this Shake and Bake? Is that who I recognize from in here? I think that is old Shake and Bake's old clan. Yeah, I agree, Beto. Yachty, Hall of Famer, no doubt in my book. There was a really good article recently written, I believe, by Craig Edwards on Viva Alberto's. I think he's still with Viva Alberto's, if I'm not mistaken. About just how to try and quantify what he's done in terms of base running, not allowing any kind of run game against the Cardinals since he's been in the majors. Really good piece of investigative sports journalism there from, I believe it was Craig Edwards. We're just going to play this one just a little bit over a mid and just full backspin. There's a chance that it can go in, but with that amount of backspin, you'll occasionally generate enough for it to come back towards the pin, but with a shorter distance there, unlikely. So I was just going to try and play it safe. Hope that our opponent doesn't drain the eagle shot and we go to a shootout. So likely playing a rough bump here. Oh, and it is in short iron range. And he has a level 7 Falcon and a level 7 B-52. Incredible clubs that we see here in Tour 12. Recent opponent. Oh yeah, that's super annoying. It really is. Most players at this level, you don't get a lot of emoji spammers. There are some in the community who have been notorious for doing so at the higher levels. Not very many. I've only really heard of like two people's names who are playing in the upper levels, and I've matched up with one or two of them before. And yeah, it's like, luckily they put the option there to turn that off. And so whenever you get a player who's doing that, I would always recommend to just turn the chat off. At that point, it becomes not about being a good sport and more about your ability to concentrate on what you're trying to do. And them trying to break your focus by doing that and aggravate you. And it's Bush League tactics is what it is. It's bad sportsmanship, but luckily they added that feature to be able to turn off the emojis. So, yeah. That was actually a feature that they promoted when the game first came out, the ability to spam your opponents like it was a cool thing, like to try and distract them, like basketball psych out style, like it was a cool thing. I don't know how old any of you viewers may be, or if you remember the movie Basketball. Oh, God. Let's see what kind of wind we get. I hate this hole. Oh, and it's a headwind. And I don't have the backspin to be able to play on the second pad, so I will be playing off the back one. Basketball was a movie in, God, it would have been the late 90s, I think, by the two guys who made South Park. And they made their own little garage league version of the combined basketball and baseball, where you made free throws and did various shots of different length equated to singles, doubles, home runs. Like tip-ins were worth double plays if runners were on base and stuff. It was a hilarious movie, and yeah. Oh, what a shot! Yeah, look at that. Yeah, so. That's they also scored what they called psych outs against their opponents. And a psych out, you could do pretty much anything to try and distract them while they're taking their shot. So that's what they had in mind, I think. We're going to be adjusting down into Apocalypse range here, and we're going to play it. Basically, it's double at a mid. So 22 at a mid is going to be 10. We're going to go like 14, so... we'll call that 7. We'll call that 14. And about a half a ball of right curl here. You got to kind of get creative when you don't have the equipment to play. So this will generally give me about the right distance if I don't find the trap. I did find the trap. Too much curl there. Too much curl. That's one of the rare times where I wish I would have had my Thor's Hammer level 6 instead of the Apocalypse. So, Bobby, getting ready to start your grind? Yeah. Do you play in your truck? Are you on the road? Or are you back at home? I can't remember if you mentioned that earlier. If you're unaware, there's a streamer who streams from his truck often. GC Addict TV. Chris Hagen, excellent player. He does Tour 12, Tour 11, Expert, Master. He does it all. Check him out if you've not. All right, we're gonna play this one as plus 20 at a max. So like we're gonna just visualize coming out about 9 rings into the middle of the fairway, and just a little bit of curl back to the left. If we catch the rocks, that's cool. No worries. As long as we get into decent enough position for our rough bump second shot. Yeah, should be deep enough. What do you say you grind? What'd you say you grind on? What tours, Bobby? 7, 9? I can't remember. Do you say 7 or 9? Are you playing any of the ones with the tournament holes? It's always my favorite when they put tournament holes in Tour 11 or 12, because then I'm able to stream, and then it's actually of some value. This is only of value if you are interested in seeing me hack it up on Tour 12. So, the occasional decent shot, you know. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we can find one of those streaks I was talking about. I recently went back and I had some long drives, and I hooked up my phone and streamed some of my old YouTube streams when I first started doing this, playing the game, and just to see how different it was. Oh, jeez. I'm still gonna play the rough bump. Alright, minus 5% here. So we're going to play the 9.5 at a max. If we can get 5.5 out of it. Yeah, so literally just under max. Like one notch off. Ooh, should have just done full. Should have just given it the full beans, as Ian would say. Another excellent streamer there. I don't know if you were able to catch it live or not. I saw a replay afterwards. I couldn't catch it live, but Tommy did a Meet the Streamers stream with none other than the golden-throated Ian Ballinger. So if you've not caught that, if you're interested to hear the two of them discuss Golf Clash, the game's future, what got them into the game, all kinds of interesting stuff there. Ian is an excellent streamer as well. Obviously, there's Golf Clash Tommy. If you're watching me, then you must know of him. I'll mention him anyway as the forefront and the face of Golf Clash, essentially, the godfather of streaming, as it were. And Ian, of course, lovely to watch and hear him talk about the game. Not only because he has wonderful things to say about the game, but also because of that accent that I now will not refer to as posh. I had learned on that stream. It was really fun to hear the two of them talk. MBS in the house. What's going on? How are you today? Getting some Tour 12 in while I have some time. Let's see if we can get one off of Patrick here. Ugh. Wow. Alrighty. So, we're going to be playing this one with driver full right, and I think I'm going to do like not quite 1 bar of backspin. So visualizing that ball guide contracting and catching that slope a little bit closer to us, and we're going to have to curl to compensate for that little bit of crosswind as well, and just play it dead at a min, so 12-6, just under 7 rings. We're going to go with about 3/4 of a ball curl. This is a tough one, and it's easy to go wrong. I stayed way short there, pretty decent. You kind of hope to be within 4 yards. Yeah, just a little shy. Should have just used like a 1/2 bar backspin. That would have been the difference there. Still trying to get this tour dialed in. Like I said, the Porthello shootout holes are just brutal. The White Cliffs ones, at the very least, when those holes first came out, I was streaming at the time and was able to stream some of those holes when White Cliffs first came out. Indeed, this is the exact same situation with Drumore. When those holes came out, I was able to do some streaming. So at least I have a little bit better reference for those than the Porthello ones, because the Porthello ones are just so brutal. Yeah, that'll be, inside of 3. Very nice. So we are currently finding one of those brutal losing streaks that I was talking about. I saw that, MBS. Yeah. Indeed. You ended up 1 shot ahead of me. Was that? I can't remember. Was that which account was that? I'd actually played both of them, and I think I shot 28 on both, if I remember right. So I guess you would have been a 29 for you, huh? Nice, beautiful, well done. So that would have put you top 10 banner as well, right? Yeah. Let's see. My top 10. What the hell was this one? City of Lights. I was 8th here and 6th on my main, I believe. So that would put you a little bit ahead of there. Did you get a banner? It 1 stroke ahead of me. That would not have been out of play. There was one bracket of mine. The other one was obviously the one on my main would have been, I think if I recall correctly, that was a pretty soft bracket. My one here was much harder. I think when I started playing my main, 29 was still leading. For this hole, I will use a Guardian because my Cataclysm does not have the required backspin. Almost full top here, full right. We're essentially going to go full overpower with about a 1/2 ball curl to the right. With this straight headwind, we're just blasting it. Not quite full topspin. Full topspin will likely, with an APOC 5, will likely put you in the rough. Oh, I could have gone full top. Oh well. No biggie. We got the Guardian on because, like I said, the Cata. There's a really neat Cataclysm play here with where you have to power slice it. I'm gonna power slice my Guardian with this wind. Oh, you were this one. Oh, yeah. Unlucky, man. Unlucky to only be 6th with a -29. Yeah, that might have been a banner in my other one, depending on your tie breaks, I think, if I remember right. Yeah. Well done, buddy. Nice. Yeah. I had some frustrating things happen to me. Yeah. I can't remember exactly. It was a while ago already. Alrighty, full right, and we're gonna go with 2 bars of top spin and just slice the hell out of this thing. I don't even know. I'm gonna go like 20, I guess, after my adjustment. So we're gonna go 5 and 3 for the adjustment, and then I'll go 20, 10, 20. I think I'm gonna go full top with not that's much more with a Guardian, but that extra notch might help. Oh. Yeah, that headwind did me in. We're going to get shut out unless we can drain this shot. We are getting some good opponents here. 6,000 level trophy counts. That's why we're getting as many rematches as we are. Oh, I'm about to dump all the way back down to 5170 if I keep this losing streak up. That's all right. We're not going to keep it up. We're going to bury this whatever shot we got. Hopefully we got a Thorn. Might be a Saturn. That's the bag I got on right now. Should be a Thorn, I think. Oh, Rapier, really? Oh, wow. All right, well, we're going to Thorn Porn it at a min. A min Thorn Porn. Offsetting deep to account for ball guide contraction, and then we're going to play it. We're just going to play it right at a min, I think. That sounds nice, don't you think? We'll go 3.8. And we'll hit a great ball, so that'll probably catch the flag stick and stay out. Called my miss. If I hit a great ball, there is a good chance of that hitting the stick. If I hit it perfect, it's going in. Ugh. Not a good start here. Not a good start. I warmed up with 2 games on my main and 1 on both, and came over here, took a quick break, and then got everything set up for the stream and thought that, all right, I'm in the zone now. Switched over to this account for it, and have subsequently gone, what now? 1 in 5 to start. Too good, too good. That's all right, though. Like I said, when I started this very stream, Tour 12 is streaky. Tour 12 is very streaky. So I'm going to get things dialed in as we progress through the stream, and I'm going to start winning 8 games in a row again, like I did the other day. We'll turn things around. Okay, White Cliffs. We're either laying up left or blasting something really fun down the right side. We're blasting down the right side. Alright, not quite full top here. As much right as that'll get us. Gonna push forward 2 rings after I make my adjustment here. We're gonna play it as, let's see, not quite 9. Push up 2. Full right curl. Timeout. Switch bags. Alright, should be about a mid-range Thorn from there, thereabouts. If you excuse me for about 20 seconds so I can go let my dog out. One of them anyway. Any dog lovers in the chat? Dog owners, what kind of dogs you got? If you got one. I don't know about you guys and how you train your dogs if you do have them. When ours were puppies, we trained them with bells. We hung bells on the back door, and we would ring them when we took them outside when they were puppies, and eventually they learned that that was a signal to go outside. So I just heard the bells being rung over the sound of the music. Min. We're going to play it as a min and just run it up there. go with 3 backspin and then offset just a little bit outside left. Plus 40% here is how I play this one, and we're going to be playing it plus 40% at a min. So adding 3.6, 9.9, 12.9 at a min, 12.9 at a min. We're going to go with 3.7 rings. We hit perfect on the emoji spammer. We bury a thorn on the emoji spammer for emoji spamming like a little bitch. We tell them good luck because we're classy. Maybe that's what I needed. A little shot. This guy emoji spamming me. That's what I needed. Going to start our winning streak now. Get fired up. Thanks to those of you who stuck around to watch that. Stuck around through the muck to see a good shot finally. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Yeah, let's good. Let's go. I'm going to turn your shit off, though. I just talked about that. I'm going to turn yours off. That's right, buddy. I'm going to say good luck, and I'm turning them off. I'm not dealing with that crap. Ooh, Drew Moore. B-52 rough bump with a headwind here. We're going to blast it over to the left side for the rough bump. I bet he was sitting there emoji spamming instead of making his adjustment. Not that this one's particularly difficult by any means. If he's, I mean, that's what this situation calls for. We got headwind. Oh, he's going to turn. He cranked up the top spin, obviously. If he's playing all the way back here. Whew. Let's go, emoji spamming. Oops, my bad. Let's go. Put one in the rough again, buddy. Hit one good on stream instead of even oh, all right. Hit one perfect. Fine. Put too much topspin on and find the rough. Nah, good layup. I don't have that problem because I've got an APOC 5, so guess what I do? Crank the topspin up. Let's go. Start with the blue on the rough. Yeah, I'm just pretty much going full top spin here anyway. Plus 10 to the max is 9. Max. Curl to offset the wind direction. Great left will be fine. I would like to shot a perfect straight back up his ass, but that obviously isn't going to happen. I would prefer not to be out that ball. We're all right. We're basically right in the middle here. Probably going to be a max B-52 rough bump here from where I am. He appears to be just a bit deeper, and he's in, yeah, maybe it's not a max. No, mine will probably be a max, rather. Sorry, I was probably right the first time. We know this adjustment because this was the wind that we had in Expert, so it's going to be, from where we're at, we're going to play it as a max, so, but like one top spin and like 3 to the right, so we avoid the glitchy spot on the rough. Push forward. I'll probably push forward a ring and a half here to offset for and compensate for adjusting your target down in elevation, downhill, down that slope and into the water. Let's see what he does. Get in the hole. All right, well, we got a match. I'm sure he's just spamming away. I went to say nice shot, but realized I had turned him off. I'm not a child. I forgot to put the B-52 on. Oh well. Mid. Same adjustment. Just 1 in a notch and 3 to the right. Left edge here with this high level of a wind. We're going to push up to there. 10-4 at a mid. We're going to go just under 5. So we'll say 5.8. Release from the right. No, I can go back. Ah! Ah! Hashtag perfect was in. Streamer's favorite saying. Alright, we'll go to a rubber match with the spammer that we can no longer see. Now I was running my mouth about getting mad, and then he hits a great shot on stream. So I will say congratulations to you, sir, although I think you're a terrible sport. What do we got? Would that say Drew Moore? Oh, God. Huh. Alright, we're just cranking it up, and we're going to try and lay up over here. Full top spin, full right spin. Gonna put our target a little bit further outside left so we can stay in the fairway up there. 5, 10, 11. Full overpower. All the curl. Hope that we get a favorable wind for our second shot. Hope that we stay in the fairway. We're in the fairway. We're in the rough. Unbelievable. So, when we have to lay up here, and I only have a Cataclysm level 5, the ability to even reach the green in headwind winds is minimal. So, oftentimes playing against level 7 katas in Tour 12, and you have to be able to bury the rapier shot or endbringer, whatever your wedge is, if you can get close enough for that, or a min short iron if you have to lay up way back there. There's a funnel-ish landing spot on the left. There's a decent way to play from the right as well towards the green. So, see what our opponent does here. He'll stay nice even though he hit a great ball. And I bet he's got a Cata level 7 that he'll break out and crank the topspin up to 1,000,000. And he'll have a healthy tailwind. Funny how when in the beginning of the stream, when I put mine in the fairway and my opponent put theirs in the rough, we had a monster headwind second shot, and now we're playing and it's the exact opposite. Even when I'm out clubbed and still getting the non-favorable wins, so hilarious. Oh wow, I didn't realize this next shot's going to have such a large amount of elevation change. That looked to be severely downhill. Maybe that's why I haven't been making it. Listening to the stream and grinding away. Oh, he doesn't even need to crank the topspin up. I don't know. It looked like he put quite a bit of topspin on there. I think he's going to go deep if he put as much as I was looking at the chat. not to. But when I looked back, it looked like he put like a ton on the ball. He's gonna fly real deep. Oh no, he's not. I mean, that's a terrible shot from where he was. He should be trying to make the Alba. I don't get it. I would rather play a min wedge or a min short iron than the max wedge. I'm gonna play it like plus 20 at a min. Let it funnel from left to right. Offset it. I'm just going to play it at plus 10. 9.6 at a min, 5.1. Wow, a huge over adjustment. Oh my god, I was looking at the wrong thing. I should have been playing that as a... Oh, I did that completely wrong, folks. I should have realized when I said a min short iron at 9 something is a 5. I looked at the exact wrong thing. Oh. Oh, good Lord. Ian in the house. I was talking about you earlier and how much I enjoyed that get to know the streamer video that you did with Tommy. That was awesome, brother. And congratulations on being featured on Tommy's channel. That's amazing. Loved every minute of it. I haven't actually gotten to the end yet. I was listening to it. I watched it a little bit, and then when Tommy's stream kind of went wonky and he couldn't really play anymore. I had a couple long drives recently, and I put it on in the car while I was driving around because there was nothing really to watch. He had those highlights of the of his master round, I guess, on. So I was like, I figured I would just drive, it kind of like podcasting. It was awesome. It was great to hear you. It was awesome. Oh yeah. 19th battle. Terry's in the house. Shay's in the house too. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm going to see if I can turn things around. I have had just an absolutely horrendous start to the stream. I mean, could not have been worse. So, we're going to get things turned around though. It's just going to be a full overpowered shot here. Full overpower, full top, full left, whatever left spin that'll get us. Full left curl as well. Full everything. Full beans. Full beans! Oh yeah! I can turn my emojis back on now that we're done with that other guy too. Appreciate the good lucks from all the newcomers in the chat. Thank you. If you go back, you can see me make a decent thorn shot. One of them, anyway. I should have basic balled it with old Michael here. No, not with this kind of wind. Not on this hole. Michael, if you're around or someone wants to message him, if you've got him on Messenger, maybe ask him if he wants to basic ball. And tell him to shoot me the poop emoji if he wants to basic ball it. Oh, I'm glad it was a good experience for you, Ian. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I completely agree with your points. No one cares. No one cares about your game except for fellow golf clashers. And most of them probably don't care either unless they're learning something from you. Yeah. My wife absolutely hates the game. So much so that I just don't play if she's home now. She thinks that the streaming is ridiculous and that I'm a huge idiot for doing it. And I just laugh. It's funny. It's funny. Just gonna play this one right at a max and try and run it up there. This albatross I've made one time ever. It never goes in, so why even bother with getting fancy with it? Just do something that hopefully will put us close. It's always right around a max adjustment. Coming up just outside left. Yeah, there's no point in even trying to dial something in there. Jason, hey, thanks. Welcome to the stream. And indeed, go Cardinals. Yes. My hashtag today, is, for those of you who are not interested in baseball at all, is the St. Louis Cardinals, who are returning to playoff baseball for the first time since 2015, when we were eliminated by the Cubs of all teams, our hated rivals. So, yeah, we're just going to choke away the division now. Because apparently the Brewers are never going to lose a baseball game ever again. We had a brutal run, an absolutely brutal run over the last few days. We wasted a Jack Flaherty start by having no offense. He took a no-hitter into the 7th inning, and then we let him tie it in the 9th, and then proceeded to play extra innings for another 4 hours. The game went 19 innings. For those of you across the pond, for Ian, I don't know how much baseball. I know a lot of you are not into baseball at all. So, and I know you're a cricket guy, and you have what I think they call them sides or something. I'm very ignorant about cricket, much like Tommy from the stream. But a baseball game lasts 9 innings, and if it's tied, then it goes to extra innings. You keep playing until the tie is broken, and it went 19. So over 2 games in one, and then they turned around and had an afternoon game the very next day. So they got done playing at 4 in the morning. I guess it was only 2 in the morning in Arizona time, and then turned around and played a game at noon the next day. So, yeah, ridiculous. Jason, yes, the sweep at Wrigley was incredible. Oh, I should have put it off for Michael. We could have gone to a shootout. I'm sorry, buddy. I wasn't thinking. I got caught up talking baseball. My bad, man. I should have put it off there. I know better than that. Maybe not. Jeez. For as bad as my losing streak has been, maybe not. You know nothing of baseball. Yes, okay, you're as ignorant of baseball as I am of cricket. Yeah, you know that there are similarities in the games, I suppose, but other than that, the intricacies of them are completely different. Yeah, completely different. Yes, understandable. I know. It was funny when you guys were talking about sports. I was thinking about, I played everything growing up. I mean, every sport under the sun. Like you talked about racket sports. Like I played a bunch of racket sports. My grandparents were really into tennis, so I learned how to play tennis at a young age. We played badminton in school. Racquetball. Big fan of racquetball. It's always a good time. Any kind of sport, really. I played a ton of baseball. I played soccer forever. Football for you folks across. The only thing I didn't play was American football. My mom wouldn't let me. And with all of the, the studies that are coming out on CTE, I think she made the right decision. Thank you, Mom, for saving my brain from irreparable damage. Not that I don't still enjoy football, of course, I do. But sometimes it's hard to watch, and for those of you who've been around the stream before, you know I no longer follow the NFL. So they took my Rams, and I'm not going back. I can't get into it anymore. Oh, great ball, but should still be fine. That wind will push it out there. I like to play a B-52 here. There's a spot in front of the green that works out pretty nicely, and from laying up over here, it's usually about a 1-to-1 adjustment. So I just put the B-52 on and play it as like a sniper type shot. I don't have a lot of backspin on since it's only a 5. I know 5 is probably higher than some folks that are watching it, but compared to the clubs that we usually see here in Tour 12, 5 is nothing. So. Dylan, hey, what's going on? A recent subscriber. I remember your name. I think we were in another chat, and you said you had just subscribed, I believe. So, Dylan Paisani, welcome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Oh, a Cubs fan. Okay. All right. We'll forgive you, though. We'll forgive you because you came in and said hi in the stream, so it's all good. I know I know a ton of Cubs fans. My brother-in-law is a Cubs fan. He's from Omaha and a Cubs fan, so he's super annoying. My boss is a Cubs fan. You know, it's the whole thing. I work with a lot. It's the Midwest rivalry. You know, around here it's a lot of baseball, and you're either a Cards or a Cubs fan. So, yeah, it's similar to all of our rivalries between St. Louis and Chicago. You know, Cubs fans hate Cardinals fans, or not. It's not as violent of a rivalry as Blues Blackhawks, which is a very violent rivalry. It's more of a good-natured one, but you know, it's everything really. Everyone around here is one or the other. So, like I said, we'll just play it at 1-1 and see what happens. It's a shot that you can get to go in. You saw that nice little landing spot there. I am going to use a touch of left curl to counteract that crosswind. Ooh, so close. Got the zoom in. What I do for work? Sure, Terry. I work at a not-for-profit blood center here in St. Louis. So think Red Cross, but on a slightly smaller scale. So my position, I was talking a little bit earlier in the stream about what I did in the Marines. I was a truck driver, and as I got promoted, I was overseeing all the logistics. I commanded a few dozen convoys and such. And transported ammunition and hazmat and explosives a large portion of the time. That was kind of my job. And now I'm doing a similar thing. I'm a supervisor at a local blood center. We provide blood to like 120 hospitals around the Midwest. So my area is obviously centered around St. Louis. So we service about 32 hospitals in our region, mostly around St. Louis, but also out as far west as Jefferson City, which is the capital of Missouri. So it's about 2 hours west of here for those of you who aren't familiar with Missouri geography, which I highly doubt many of you are. And then as far east we go, our hub, as we call it, we go as far east as Central Illinois. Good Samaritan is a hospital in Mount Vernon, Illinois, about 2 hours west of St. Louis. So that's our service region. Our headquarters. I think I talked a little bit about it on my stream about being up in Iowa. Our headquarters is in Davenport, up there. I think we talked about that. Yeah, Jason or Terry rather. I think we talked about that about me being up in Iowa last time, didn't we? I think so. That sounds right. Good shot, sand bump from Michael there. Well done, buddy. Nice. I'm going to leave this one well out to the left before I start my adjustment and play it as a 13 at a max. That's going to be 7.8 we'll go with. A little more. We're going to push up just a little bit more. Great left. We'll see what happens. Coming up way short, too. Oh, wow. Way short. Yeah, needed to push up way more there. Adjusting off the side of the cliff is a horrible idea, and I knew that, and I did it anyway. Oh, no problem, Terry. Yeah, no problem. I love my job. I really love what I do. I know if you're in the 19th family, then you know that I only played one account for a couple months there. I just recently started playing on this account again. We expanded quite a bit back in July. We won bids for several new systems of hospitals this year, and our department doubled in size. So I got promoted to supervise all of that. So we've hired and trained approximately 15 new people over the last 2.5 months. So it's been hectic but fun, and during that time I was unable to really play much. So Clutch played, and you see the gold and the silver banners here. They're actually those actually belong to Clutch, who I believe is still away from the game. I don't know the details, but family emergency situation. So best of luck to you, sir, wherever you happen to be. Dylan, you respect the cards but can't say you like them. Yeah, it's it's understandable. It's the same with me. It's a friendly rivalry, really. It is. It's a give each other crap rivalry, and we had we still have the trump card, really, with 11 World Series championships to our name. We have the trump card. You have the most recent one, so you've got there. But we didn't even really need the 11 ring trump card when we could play the 108-year drought trump card. So once again, for you Brits or non-baseball fans, the Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals baseball team and the Chicago Cubs baseball teams that we've been talking about, big rivals, obviously, like everything else in our cities. I'm going to play a slice here for funsies. Full left, and I think I'll go like 3 back. No, 4 back. Not quite full overpower slice. $10, $5, $16. So the Cubs had not won a World Series championship since 1908, if you can believe that. So that's the bailout slice shot that you can play if you have a Cataclysm with not great backspin. It was not really necessary with that wind. We could have just laid up with a full backspin shot, but that's the premise for it. If you don't have the backspin on a club to just run it up there. I forgot to switch. I usually switch to a Guardian for this shot, and I forgot to. We probably wouldn't have been able to play it a full backspin Guardian shot, but we would have been able to play a little bit out to the left of the green and run one up there to have a better shot at it. I just forgot to switch to the bag, but that's a fun shot anyway to play the slice. Very Tim Olsen shot. Damien's in the house. What's going on? Tony's in the house. Holy smokes, everyone's here. Oh, love it. Appreciate it. Thanks for everybody for being here. Oh, I assume that Ian, you and Damien played recently. Yeah. Oh, see you, Ian. Good night to you. I'm gonna shoot off. I'm gonna shoot off here so we can go to a shootout. Have a lovely evening, Ian. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. And once again, if you haven't checked out that stream, the get to know him stream that he did with Tommy, check it out. It's awesome. Great stuff. And don't forget to check out his channel as well, obviously. Don't just watch Tommy's videos. Watch Tommy's videos, watch Ian's videos, watch Damien's videos, watch Tony's videos, watch everyone's videos. You can learn something from everybody. Learn some new shots, learn some new ways to play some holes, get creative. So often, especially if you've been grinding a tour for a super long time, you can sometimes lose that creative ability to play new shots, to look at holes a different way, to think about them a little bit differently, and maybe attack them as your clubs progress. It opens up new ways to play holes as well. So, and as mentioned in that stream, no one else cares. So if you're playing Golf Clash, if you're putting out content, it just benefits all of us to watch each other and help each other out and talk to each other about what we're doing. And no one else cares. This is the only place you'll find any support for your Golf Clash addiction. Oh boy. All right, we're going to play this one. with quite a bit of curl. Yeah, I think we'll do 2 bars of backspin. We're going to play it as a 12.5 and a min. Oh, we'll call it 6.8. With crosswind like this, you get a crazy reaction from the ball guide. So, use plenty of curl here if you got a crosswind. Oh, it's going to end up in the bunker. Too much curl. Dang it. Oh, bummer. It seems that... Alright, so I'm still trying to get to know this one a little bit. If the crosswind is left to right, it seems to push it into the bunker if I don't put curl on. When the crosswind is right to left like that, I think you can get away with less. I'm starting to realize that with this one. But I've ended up in the bunker with that left to right crosswind, and it makes no sense. So I started offsetting quite a bit, like into the rough almost, with that kind of crosswind. I know my adjustment there is good, I just used too much curl. In the rough, yeah, Damien, it's a brutal hole, man. It sucks. Nice shot there. Good stuff from Michael, well done. Showed us how to play that one a little bit better. Oh, thinking about doing some Tour 12 yourself tonight, Jason? Yeah, best of luck to you, man. It's brutal. As you can tell here, as I've lost 400 some odd trophies this streaming session. And looks like 270 million down. Oh. We just played this guy, didn't we? Did we play him in the beginning of the stream? Or did I play him on my other account earlier today? This hole sucks too. Is he playing over to the left here? I'm not going to be doing that. No? I don't know what's going on. Yeah? Way off to the left? Is he going to end up in the rough? Yes, he is. I'm not sure why he played that way with that wind. The more common way to play this one is to bounce over to the second fairway and lay up, unless you've got a tailwind, and then you can by all means go for that. This one is super tricky though, so I'm going to use not a ton of topspin actually. I think I'm going to dial it back to 3 and see if our second bounce can catch the fairway. Play it 1.2. We're going to add like not quite 30%. We'll do like 25% over. So we'll play it as a 15. So 10.5. And we're going to try and get our second bounce in the second fairway, but then not enough topspin that it goes deep into the rough or trap, or it can catch the rough and then roll out. Yeah, we caught the rough and rolled out, so we'll be safe. Once again, with only a cat of level 5, our ability to reach the green will be dependent on wind here. The second shot plays way downhill, so any kind of headwind and we will not be able to make it. All right, we got a tailwind. Finally, we got our lucky one. Finally. You got the billion. You hit the billion mark. Congratulations, Jason. That's a huge milestone. Yeah, that's probably, if you've watched a lot of Tour 12 content, then a billion is about the best place you could start. Yeah, you might even want more than that. If you've got a billion, then I assume you've probably got Tours 10 and 11, or one or the other down. So you can always fall back to those if it goes horribly wrong for you, which Tour 12 will do. It will. It just will. Alright, so we're going to play this one as like an 18 mile an hour wind. So we're going to visualize it going out to the white ring, so that's at 5. 18 is going to be 10, not quite 11, so there's 5 more. We can't zoom in because it's one of those glitchy spots. way downhill shot here, especially with a headwind or a tailwind. It'll just go crazy. So just laying up there with our opponent in the trap, or was he in the rough, or is he? I couldn't tell if he got out in the fairway or not. He's gonna have a hard shot anyway, and we have a putt. So gonna go let the pupper back in. I'll be right back. Oh, Jason. Oh, you're in Wolfpack. Nice. Yeah. I had a 19th hole guy send me some shootout guides for Tour 12. I should probably look at them. I don't use any notes. I have a wind chart. I have a one-page wind chart. I do all the math in my head, and for those of you who have not caught my stream before, I very much play by feel. I've played these holes enough to where I have an idea of how to play them, but yeah, one-page wind chart, and I have it. I don't even have those detailed ones with the ring per wind. I have a win per ring, the opposite of that. This guy beat me, 2 out of 3 earlier at the beginning of the stream. I feel like this is the same guy. Let me zoom back. Was it? I can't remember. Yeah, it is. He's the guy I hit my drive out of bounds against. That's funny. Yeah, there are only so many people. Once you get to the higher levels, Tour 11, Tour 12, you'll play the same people a lot. You know, there's only so many people that are grinding the upper tours, and there's only so many people who have an internet connection that is close enough to you to have a good connection. So once you get to those kind of levels, you'll find yourself playing the same people a lot. It was funny at the beginning when I first started playing, to see you would be playing the same tours as people a lot, and progressing through the game and seeing which one of those players was able to keep up with you was always kind of interesting. You know, some people progress really fast. Others you would play a lot on one tour and then they would still be there when you left. 5. Yeah, full beans here for show. A little further out to the left. Got the right bag on. But yeah, so having those is good. Like I said, I kind of tend to play. Come on, stay out of the rough. Dang it. I tend to play by feel a lot. And until I really get a tour dialed in, I'm prone to these streaks. And because I do all of the adjustments in my head, I'm also prone to mistakes there. So I am by no means averse to making just laughably bad mistakes. If you saw earlier, I made the complete wrong calculation for a minimum thorn shot that I should have known so much better than. But in the midst of streaming and everything else, I just wasn't thinking and got it completely wrong. So if you go back to the beginning of the stream, I said it. I said I'm still getting everything on Tour 12 dialed in. It's a complicated tour, and my dog is going crazy, which means there's another dog walking outside. So I should have let him back outside. No! Hey! Gotta yell at him. He likes to talk. I'm gonna have to play my shot before I can go close the window so he stops barking though, so bear with me folks. My apologies. see if we can play a rough bump here. We can. Delightful. Let's play this little funnel here. Offset about there. We're going to play it just under a max. Which would be, I'll go with 7 rings. My apologies, folks. I'm sure that was loud as hell. And I didn't even watch. Obviously, it didn't go in. Obviously, since he's putting, it did not go in. So yeah, Jason, having those guides is definitely valuable. You have to have an idea of what you want to do going into it. I have an idea, but I've talked about this before also. It's I play the game the way I do because I enjoy it the most this way. You know, I have nothing against people using apps or anything, any sort of wind aid. Nothing against it at all. It's a game. It's meant to be enjoyed, so play the game how you enjoy it. I was a math major my first go around at college before I enlisted in the Marines. So I enjoy doing that. That's kind of what makes it fun for me. I enjoy doing the math and setting everything up like that up. So like I said, it makes me prone to mistakes, yes. But it's how I like playing the game. So that's what I'm going to do. Alrighty. This is one that I think I've got a pretty good shot for. I see a lot of people playing a rough bump. I do not play the rough bump here. Rough bump on the right side. Let's see what our opponent does. It's going in. Wow. Wow. Good stuff. Ace from our opponent. That's going to put the pressure on for sure. But I've got the adjustment for this one. I've got the spin for this one. I know what I'm doing on this one. We're going to go with 3 and a notch. Just a tiny bit of left spin. We're not going to offset it. We're going to look like we're going just to the left edge. 1.8, 11.1 at a min. We're going to play it as a 6-ring adjustment. And hope that we can ace and go to a second shootout. Oh, rats. T-Bone, what's going on? Appreciate the good luck. JJ, appreciate it too. Jason, yeah, if you're around here, then what tours do you play? Oh, no. I accidentally hit exit. That was my fault. I hit replay and then I completely forgot what I was doing and I accidentally hit exit. Whoops. Sorry. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised if you're around here that we haven't matched up also. T-Bone, what's going on? Appreciate the good lucks. And JJ, yes, appreciate it as well. I am getting my ass handed to me. But we're having a good time. We are having a great time. Alright, we're going to go with like a plus 30 here. I'm going to start it from there or so. 13. Five, 10. So that should set us up for a min short iron or a wedge. Hopefully a min short iron. As I mentioned, I'd prefer to play that over the wedge in most situations. Good wind here for a nice easy drive over to the second fairway. Maybe we'll drain another short iron on the stream. That would be lovely. Let me make sure that I make the right adjustment this time. Woo, doggy. Not putting on the kind of quality presentation in terms of play that I usually do, but hopefully I'm keeping you guys entertained. It's always the goal, you know. It's always the goal. Oh, just a horrendous shot from our opponent. To be blunt. Ah, we're in wedge range. That's all right. All right, try and find that nice little spot. Go dead at it. Just gonna kind of play this one like at 2-1 thereabouts. I'm gonna play it. Nah, not quite. I'm gonna go like 4.5. God. Should have gone with 5 or 6 or more. Much rather play the min short iron there. See if our opponent can save it. The nice safe shot is to just play it to the back of the green here. It's a tricky one. I would not put any backspin on here whatsoever. Yeah. You run the risk of coming back down into the trap if you do that. He has no real shot of making this. But he has a real shot of, if he does something stupid, ending up back in that bunker. So play it safe here. I've already missed my shot. Just get to the shootout. Don't run the risk if you're in the situation of ending up back in the bunker. Oh, he's going to. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to stay up. Wow. Oh. Only playing since January. Oh, well then I'm surprised we haven't matched up in 11, because that's pretty much all I was playing here until probably August, when I made the full-time jump to 12 temporarily. Or not the full-time. Well, yeah, I mean, that's all I've been playing. When I've had the chance to play, all I've been playing has been 12. I haven't been playing as much as I used to. I used to do a lot of Tour 11 streams. So, I'm surprised. How long have you been playing 11? Maybe that's the better question. Because like I said, I stopped. I haven't been playing a ton since the beginning of July. Since then I have only been playing since the beginning of August rather. I've only been playing Tour 12. But yeah. Oh, interesting wind here. So maybe it's just maybe you didn't jump up into 11 until August or so when I moved down to 12. If so, and you're already done with 11, that's incredible, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Dolson in the house too. All right, what's going on, David? When did we match up? Was it? I'm assuming it was on 12. Was it last week? Wow. We're going to get gifted one here, folks. That's kind of what we need, the way I've been playing. I'm just going to make sure that I hit the fairway first, and then I'm going to win. So it's a pretty strong crosswind, tailwind combination here. So we're going to play this plus 30 at a min. 15, 6, 8, 8.2. If we switch back into Kata range, I'm just going to take a bar and a half of topspin off. Let's just play the same shot. And as long as we catch the fairway first, we'll win, right? Needed to take a couple more bars of backspin off. That was just a really weird one to have to adjust all the way back into Cataclysm range at that crazy angle. If you've got a driver with a lot of backspin, you can play up on the front right of where I landed and bounce it over to the left with crank up the backspin. If it's straight headwind, then the 3.5 backspin of the APOC 5 is actually enough for me to play that shot. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I played. I did play when I first jumped back into playing this account. I played Tour 11. I think it was not much. I can't remember what tournament it was that I started playing both accounts again. It was only a couple weeks ago that I started playing this account again. And yeah, I did play some 11 with it at first. I can't remember why. I think I got it to... Was the tournament that week in 11? I think that's what it was. Yeah, I believe that's right. Full right spin here is how I'm going to play this one. 1 bar top. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to actually take off some of that side spin with that wind. That crosswind like that. I'm just going to play it dead out of max since we're playing back here. So 10 rings. With a baby curl to the left to counteract that crosswind just a little bit, just like how we took that spin off. What was the tournament before this last one? Was that wasn't Drumore, was it? Or was it? No, it was not. We had City of Lights. We had before that one. We had. I've only played 2 tournaments since I've been back. I did absolutely horrible on this one, on this account with one of them. None of these. Was it South Coast? I can't remember. Oh yeah, that must have been it. City of Lights. Oh yeah, so that was the last one. City of Lights. Yeah. Yeah, that must have been it. All right, we're gonna play this one. Kind of funky. 3 bars of topspin. And we're going to offset it just outside left. I'm going to adjust up a ring before I make my adjustment here. And then play it -10. We're going to play this 9 at a max. 5.3. Not enough. Over adjusted. Needed to push up a little bit more before my adjustment there, but we'll go to a shootout. Yeah, that must have been it then, David. That must have been it. I think I did play a little bit of 11 to prep for the last one. This account was actually inactive for so long it relegated to Expert 2. And since I've started playing again, I've been putting up $1 billion weekly totals in Expert 2, Expert 3. It just, I mean, it's unfair, really. But you know, give me the king chest. Why not? I feel bad. Last week there's a guy who was grinding, and I just started playing Tour 12 and just kept knocking off 60 million at a time. I think he was grinding like 9. 9 or 10, and he got up to like 260 million or something. And then I won 3 games and was 60 million ahead again, so felt bad for him. Oh boy. This one again. But this is the opposite wind that we had last time. So you'll see what I'm saying. I'm gonna basically make my adjustment with my spin. My landing position is gonna be just the same as his, but my spin, I'm almost gonna be in the left rough with the first bounce. 25. I'm playing this one plus 25 at a min. I know that sounds a bit silly, but that's what I'm doing. So for my maths, that means a quarter of whatever the total is I add on. Good shot from our opponent. Like 2 bars of backspin. Landing position right here. We're going to go 2 and a notch. Two and a notch, I said. I can't get 2 and a notch. Plus 3.1, 15.5 and a min. 8 and a little bit more than 8. Baby left curl. No! Over adjustment? Obviously. Bad. Bad is what it was. 20? Yeah, it must have been an over adjustment. Oh no! I meant to hit rematch. I'm just messing up nonstop today. You know what? I think it's time to switch accounts. I'm just having no luck here, and I'm just draining coins, and we can't have that. I've got about 10 more minutes of streaming, so I'm gonna play. Let's say I'll play 2 holes on my other account, and then we'll call it quits for the day. Thanks everybody for being here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've seen the chat, please do check out everyone's channel. We talked a little bit earlier about the importance of supporting each other in the Golf Clash community because of, as Ian so eloquently put it, no one cares. Outside of this community, no one cares. So this is our safe haven to discuss all things Golf Clash, our love for it, how we play the game, why we love the game. So please support everyone. If you like it as much as I do, then you'll get great entertainment from watching other people play, as well as learning a variety of tips, tricks, different ways to play holes. You can learn so much from so many different people. Brian! What's up, Brian? He might basic ball it. Alright. This is an old clanmate from 19th. He's in Wolfpack now. What's going on? Carnage. What's happening? For old time's sake here, for those of you who've been around a while, I'm gonna play a Thor 6 slice into this wind. Just for shits and giggles. It'll be fun. We'll have a good time. Damien, you're exactly right. Screw that one. End up in the rough way too often. Way too often. It's impossible. I just don't get it yet. It's one where if it were in Tour 11, I could comfortably play a Thor 6 for every shot. Then I would much rather do that. But it's the APOC is so much more valuable in Tour 12. But I feel like I could develop a full backspin shot similar to the way I did with the Kohong holes. Let's blast it. I'll take off a little bit more of the top spin so that we can go full overpower with it for fun, for funsies. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to go 15 rings. 10, whoop, and 5. This is one of the few holes on Tour 12 where I feel comfortable playing the Thor 6 slice. Ha ha! How about them apples? And it's only with that kind of wind. Obviously, if you're getting a tailwind, you're going to want to blast it. Oh, Packers-Eagles tonight, huh, T-Bone? Well, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I will not be watching football tonight. I'm just messing with you. There's no Cardinals tonight, so I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. Probably make dinner with my wife. She will be getting off of work here shortly, and maybe I'll make some dinner for her. That's kind of why I'm kicking the stream off. I expect to hear from her soon, and I'm going to take the dogs for a little walk after I get done, feed them dinner before she gets home. That way everything's nice and settled when she gets here, and we can just have a nice relaxing evening after both of us worked all day. But I didn't work all day. I worked all day and then came home and played Golf Clash and shared it with a bunch of fun people on the internet. Get in the hole! Oh no. Let's see what we can do here. The first time I ever played this hole, I made this albatross with a great shot. I had a wind similar to this and cranked it up and just blasted the hell out of it. We're going to play it just under a max. So just a little bit of overpower. And just a little bit of curl to the left. Oh, did not really want to be great right there. Hope that we avoid the rough. Yeah, we did. Not a lot we can do there with that kind of wind. There's a little funnel-ish type on the green. Brian, our opponent here, Carnage, maybe I'll just call him Carnage. I know his name's Brian, though, so I'm having a hard time not calling him that. It looked like he tried to find that. There's if you come in, he came in a little bit too far to the left. You want to be out further to the left, and then it'll funnel back down from this hill over on the side where I ended up to the pin. That's exactly the shot that I played for the albatross my first time playing it. Cranked up the topspin back there. It wasn't quite as much of a headwind. It was more of a crosswind, so I was able to use the full topspin and still get the ball up to the cup, as opposed to having the guideline contract to the point where I couldn't get there. So that's the line that you're looking for, though. Yeah, whatever. That's the benefit of having a fully powered rapier or high-level endbringer. You these are all gimmies, especially with wind like that. I have the ability to just go, whatever. I don't even need to worry about wind or adjustments or anything. Great balls still go in. Everything still goes in. They're all gimmies. I agree, Damien. Something doesn't work right there. That one it's something funky going on with that one. I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to play this one back so I can play it with the wood. Quite a bit of curl on this one, too. Full right spin. I think I'm going to go with 3. A little bit more top spin, actually. 3 and a notch. And I'm going to play it pretty much at a max. Just a little bit under. So 8. Because I'm going to put quite a bit of curl on. Great left really did that. perfect ball, and that was probably 3 yards closer, 2 to 3 yards closer. Great ball hung out left though. It would have come back down off of that little landing position. Scott DeWitt in the house. What's going on? Thanks for the good luck. Thanks for being here. You're catching the tail end of things. I said I was going to switch over and do two games here, but since we matched up with our buddy Carnage, we'll probably do a 3-game series. But then I'm going to be calling it quits for the evening. So appreciate you being here, and thanks for the good luck. Hopefully I'll be able to do something cool for these last 3 holes. Not a good start though, with being 5.5 yards away, but you know. I think this is actually the Brian that sent me the Tour 12 shootout guide notes. He also hits the ball great left. Let's see where he ends up. Wow, way short. That was an interesting approach from him. Not sure what was going on there. There is a way to play it back there, but I'm not super familiar with it. So I was surprised to see it come up that short. It looked like it was going to be good. Let's see what we got here. Come on, good wind. We had to lay up for a B52 when we got this hole in the stream earlier. If we have a decent wind, though, we're going to be obviously trying to go for the green. We don't. Same situation as before then. Almost made this. We got the zoom in, if I remember. No spin required. Right at a max, 10 rings. Not even going to curl it, just let the wind push it out. Yeah, well, unfortunately, it hasn't been a super successful stream for me, Scott, so he might not. No, I'm just kidding. Even the bad shots you can learn something from. I didn't have very much luck earlier. I dropped quite a bit of trophies on Junior, and probably should have switched over this account much earlier after the streaks I was going on, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. All the way back down to 5170 with that account. But we started off with this one with a win against our friend Brian, so hopefully we have a good match with him, a good set. I'm sure we'll get a 3-game set. No matter the results of this one, I'm sure he'll play us again. It's got quite a few golds here. Wow, look at all those. What a thing of beauty. What a monster. So, I'm a little bit further back than I was the first time I played it, and I showed you the B-52 level 5. You basically just treat it like a mini sniper at this level. So, everything's kind of based for me when I'm playing with this club on a 1-to-1. Oh, I'll be adjusting back though, so I'm going to play it at 1-to-1 since I'm adjusting back again. So, basically just going to offset it with this kind of crosswind. Like 1 bar back, and then just offset it. That looks good. And then we'll just play it at 1-to-1. Five, 7.3. Oh, just wide. And it was coming in so hot that I basically need to just smack the pin for that one to go in. A little bit more backspin in a tailwind like that required, obviously, since we went so far past. But good effort, good run at it. Oh, the B-52 level 7. Oh, that's so sexy. He might rough bump it. No, I think the rough bump's only really a legit play from the right here. He can dial up a little bit more backspin, though, and it has extra ball guide. So it really is just like a mini sniper at this point. So at a medium range, with this much wind, it's basically 1-to-1. It's easy to play with. I've talked a little bit before. I've never had a wind guide for my sniper. Everything in my head has always been based around that 1-to-1 adjustment with the sniper. That was the first time I ever heard of anything resembling the ring system. I saw a post somewhere randomly that said something about the sniper 100% accuracy means the wind there is 1-to-1, and thus sparked my my run of success in Golf Clash by finally realizing what the hell those rings meant. I'm like, why the hell are some of them so big and some of them are so small? Oh, that's the accuracy. Oh, and those can equate when you're trying to adjust for the wind to how much wind you should adjust for? Oh my god. Wow, what a revelation. Bobby! What's up? Dude, I was watching back some of my very first streams, and you were in my very first stream, man. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much for always being such a huge supporter. I appreciate it, my man. It's amazing. It's funny to go back and watch those first ones, and like I barely talk, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing, you know, like just so nervous, just trying to put this content out live. All right. I actually just talked about this one earlier with the ability to play with only 3.5 backspin for this shot. So I start my adjustment off from this very back portion of this second fairway here with full backspin with the APOC 5 and as much left spin as that'll allow me. And I'm going to play it plus 30 at a max. So 1.2, we're going to add 3.7, 16. So that's going to be 10 plus 1 and change, so like half overpower. Great, left shouldn't hurt us too bad. We should come up pretty close here. Ooh, almost cost us. Decent enough. A little more overpowered there needed even. You don't need a ton of backspin to play that shot with a headwind. Awesome to have you here, Bobby. It would be nice if you could teach me a thing or two about actually playing in this tour. You know what was kind of funny was in that I don't think it was actually my first stream. You were in my very first one, but in one of the subsequent ones that I've been going back and listening to, we were in the same weekly league, and we talked about that for a while. I think when I started the stream, you were like 350 million ahead of me, and by the end of it, I was I don't think I was close, because I was doing all Tour 11 in that one. I think that was one of the new Kohong streams, when Kohong had just come out. Oh no. Maybe Brian won't play us a third time. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, okay. Well, I said I was going to get a 3-game set. I was going to do 2, so I'll do 1 more. Since I'm on a streak. And we just eclipsed 2 billion again. I'll do 1 more. Oh, I appreciate that, Bobby. It's much obliged. I am definitely not the best, but I have a good time. And you got to be able to laugh at yourself. You got to be able to laugh at when things go horribly wrong in the game. It's important always. I always stress this. You have to enjoy it. It's for enjoyment. This game. Oh, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do the slice again. But I'm going to crank up the top spin this time. It's more headwind. I appreciate that, Bobby. Really, I do. And you've been there for me since the beginning, which is awesome. $15 adjust after our adjustment for the wind. Crank up that top spin and hope that we don't clip the rough on our way out. We're good. We are golden. Yeah. So now we just have to hope that we don't have a headwind for a second shot. We'll be able to get up there nice and close. Yes. Bobby, I don't know, man. That was weird. He played both of our shootout holes really weird. I don't know. That was I was very surprised to see that. Yeah, not quite sure what was going on with him there. Like maybe his kid was playing for him or something. No, I don't want to say that. I don't know, but neither of those shots were how you would normally play those shootout holes. Especially with the equipment that he's got, to not play the Apox 7 backspin up where I played it when he has way more backspin than I do is a little bit odd to me. To play him as far back as he did, especially both of them, he played super far back. Very, very odd to see from him. I agree. Not really sure. And yes, it's a game. If you're not having fun, then stop playing it. It's a game. Have fun. Crosswind. Oh boy. Alright, we're just going to blast it and hope that we have enough topspin to get it to that funnel point with not being in. I'm going to put it out further here and use some curl. We're going to go with 7 rings. Nothing really looked good for me up there, so just going to play it the same way and hope that we can get it roll. Oh, too much of a roll. Stay in the fairway, stay in the fairway, stay in the fairway. Oh! Caught a fairway glitch and rolled way the hell out there. Holy smokes. Thor 7, I believe, has more accuracy. I think it's higher. I think it's an 18. Not entirely sure. Haven't obviously had ever needed to figure that one out. So I'm not entirely sure, but I think the Thor 7 has a better accuracy than the 6, if I'm not mistaken. So disappointed with the result there, to catch that bad of a roll and just fly by the pin and into the rough is very upsetting. But that's all right. That's all right. We'll see if we can save it, go to a shootout, and then and end on a high note with a rough iron save and a shootout win. If not, then I'm still going to kick off after this one because, like I said, I got to do some stuff before my wife gets home. Let's see if we can find a funnel. No funnel, but it's super consistent. Not much of a wind adjustment. We just got to hit it perfect. That's not in. Alrighty, well, that'll do, folks. Disappointed to end on that note, but fitting way to end a stream where I did not play particularly well. But I appreciate everybody being here. Looks like 18 more accuracy. Yeah, 18 is a base. Yeah, 6 I always do. 15 is my base. A little bit more or less depending on the hole, the elevation. Got all things you got to think about and take into consideration. So once again, thank you everyone for being here. I really do appreciate it. I have a great time doing it. Even though I didn't put on such a good performance, still had a blast. So appreciate it, everyone. And I will see you around the streams. Please be sure to support the community and jump in, hit those thumbs up on folks' streams. Engage with them in the chat, make it good for them. They're putting out the content and putting in the hard work to get it out there for everyone, and I for one enjoy it. So I'll see you around in the chats, I'm sure, the rest of the week. Try and do some more streaming at some point throughout the week as well. We talked a lot of baseball today. I'll be down at the Cards-Cubs game tomorrow night, so I'm going to end with a Let's Go Cardinals. See you around, everybody.